Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with mycreativetime's Christmas in July release. Lots of dies in this collection. I don't have them packaged up, but you'll see all the goodies. Stamp and die set, a new treat box die. There's even a pinwheel die. Pinwheel you can use for summer crafting all year round. Pattern paper, and 2 packs of ephemera. You can get 15% off site-wide, 1 day only, using the code Suzanne. Also, crafters, this is a hop. So there is a YouTube hop and an Instagram hop. The hop list and details will be linked below in the description box. And crafters, please give this video a thumbs up. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this video looking at mycreativetime's Christmas in July. Let's get started. First up, crafters, the pattern paper, 'Tis the Season 2026. There's 24 sheets in the pack. This measure is 6 inches wide, 8.5 inch tall. So it's 24 sheets for each of 6 designs. Here is a look at the designs. We have stripes with some winter foliage in the background, some envelopes. This one is super duper pretty. It has a nice sprucey colorway. This one is poinsettia, but in a tan, kind of a golden color. This is more of a traditional Christmas scene, more vintage. And then these are like winter roses. And the reverse looks like this. Lots of neutrals to work with all those beautiful patterns. Look at the gingham too, and all these delicate colors. And then the bright red and white polka dot, but it's not like super crazy bright. Very, very nice. This is one of the ephemera pack. I don't have the name. I assume it's something like maybe Christmas bear or cute bear, because it's super duper cute. Look how many images that you get. Normally it would be 4 images per item, but I like to separate it out, and I'm counting easily. I think it's 6. This is 5 of that bear. See? So this is 6 of the image. You know how much you can make with this? Lots of cards, tags. You can use it in your scrapbooking, mini albums, journals, projects, banners, all sorts of goodies. Even the kids can craft with this and you'll still have extras left. Or they can play along too. Apply a little wet glue in the back or just put some foam and you're ready to go. So lots and lots of images. Look at all of this. Super duper cute with the bear. When you look at the sale, you will see this, okay? I just don't have the name right now. I get a bag of bits. Normally the bag of bits has a name. It doesn't have a name this time. Here is the second bag of bits. Now this one, completely different than the cute bears. This one is very elegant. So if all the cuteness is not your thing, but you want an elegant Christmas, this is super fun. Again, you're getting lots of these images, like 6 of them. Look at these large ones. You can use those for tags and your scrapbooking, definitely in the large size. And the colorway, so super pretty. It has that sprucey, kind of a dark red, but not super burgundy red, but not a bright red. Very, very pretty. So these are the images that I have in this pack, which I'm not sure what the ephemera pack is called, but ephemera 2 with the trees. First up, crafters, let's start off with the fun treat box. Now, this will make a 3x3 inch square treat box. I did not package it yet. This is a little bit oversized. You would have to use your extended cutting plates. This measures 9.5 inch tall. Or if you have a large format machine, then you don't have a problem. But most of us do have standard die cutting machines. And it is 5.25 inch wide. When you assemble it, then it becomes the cute little box that you saw on Instagram. This is a new plate as well. I'll talk about that one in a second. And it will open like so. It comes with matting layers for all these pieces. So this can be layered on the inside, but I do have it layered on the outside. The scallop detail is on the top, and then the box is a square on the bottom. So you can use this as a treat box. You can also use it as an envelope box, like you could put the little 3x3 inch cards. I'll put a link right below this item with all those 3x3 inch cards. There's a circular one and all of that, and they'll fit in here too. A few of them if you don't embellish them too much, or maybe you could fit like 2 if you embellish it a lot. Then now how you put it together is you apply glue to the tabs, and that's how you put this beauty together. So this is exactly a 3x3 inch square. Here I'm using that tree ephemera, the more adult one, and then the pattern paper here in the back. This cuteness right here, and you see all the red polka dots too, that is now the poinsettia die plate. So you just run this once and all these bits pop out. If you want it to have foliage, and I'll show you that on another example, you run this whole plate in green and you use the larger pieces, and then the smaller ones to it will be layered up to be the poinsettia. You could have it as a single, you can have it as a double, and then there are the centers as well. Super duper cute, very small, so you could get 2 of this. It won't have a terribly high price point either for the poinsettia die plate. Fun. The largest poinsettia measures 1¼ inch, okay? Super fun. This box is called the 3x-inch chunky card holder die. Ooh, love the name, chunky card, because you can fit a lot of cards in it. Love, 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 love. Look at this fun A2 card. Lots of layering here. Started off with the little teddy bear ephemera, 2 of those presents that come with that ephemera, and I stacked them up together, and then the poinsettia. So I'm using that fun poinsettia plate again. You see the largest one here in green, and then this one in the red, and then the centers in yellow. So that means I ran this plate 3 times. But that's it, and then I get a lot of poinsettias to work with. So super fun. There is a stamp and die set with a lot of pieces, so I'll show you some of it. This is called the Cozy Holiday Hugs Stamp and Die. Lots of sentiments. With these sentiments, you can either run it horizontally like what you see here as a rectangle, but it comes with a large, medium, and small with an outer edge like so, and then another piece that will layer on top of it. And it also comes with this style and the regular rectangle style. So to work with these 2 styles, you'll have to curve the stamp in your MISTI. This is a great time to have a MISTI. So I curved the stamp, stamped it out, then die cut it, and then I die cut the background. I believe I am using this size for it, which is the largest size. Largest size measures 2¾ inch wide. There is a medium and a small in each one of these layouts of the curve, this style, and that style, okay? Super duper fun with the Cozy Holiday Hugs Stamp and Die. So you'll get a lot of dies if you decide to get this sentiment set. I still have a bag of bits along with what I just showed you in my hand. Okay? There's a lot to it. To put this card together in the background, I'm using this fun one, the Pretty Scallop Rectangle die. Largest die is 5¼ inch tall, 4 inches wide. That's what I have here in that off-white colorway. The pattern paper again for that oval. The oval is coming into the scallop stitch oval die. Oldie but goodie, both of these. I'm using one of these inner dies here. Largest die with that scallop detail, 4½ by 5¼ inch. And then out here, I'm using the rectangle frame die, the A2 die. Largest die is an A2, okay? 4¼ 5½ inch. So that's all the layers, and then everything else is from this release, including that beautiful poinsettia. So love. So pattern paper, having fun on an A2 card. Love. Up next, this features the pinwheel. So there's 2 sizes of pinwheel. There's this medium one, which I used here, which measures 2½ inch. But what you do is you die cut it out, which I did in the pattern paper, and then apply glue and bring it to the center. And you can curl the paper too before you bring it to the center, okay? So this is the medium size, fully assembled. It is 2¼ inch. And I cut it twice and then glued everything up in the center. I forgot to mention this. There's a fun new epoxy peppermint set. This is a one-time run, so once this sells out, it's done, but you get so many of these large, medium, and small. Here I'm using the large peppermint swirl, and it has a nice vintage colorway. It's not super bright red. Very, very pretty. Love that. And I think it's perfect in the center of these fun pinwheels. So this is the first time I'm using a pinwheel die. The larger size is this one. And this one measures, so fully assembled, I guess it would come into 3½ inch. Super duper fun. In my bag of bits, there are centers. So there's a round center, which I did there, a star center, and a heart center, okay? Large and the medium. This cute pinwheel die is a request from past customers. That means that this was released years ago and then retired, and people kept asking. So Emma decided to bring it back, okay? So I have the pinwheel here in the center with a little bit of that Christmas tree ephemera, the elegant one. And then I brought out this fun doily. For this doily, I'm using the Snowflake doily dies. The largest doily, which also has an outline. Probably should have used the outline here too. I forgot to use the outline. Oh, darn, because then you would have seen the snowflake more. I forgot to use that. And I thought about it, but I forgot to go back in and get that. So the largest one is 4 inches, then a 3 inch and a 2 inch. So I need to make this card again and put that maybe in the green or the red. That would be fun. Here I have the envelope pattern paper in the back. So that's the pattern paper too. And then here's some of the ephemera with the present. And then the stamp and die, the cozy holiday die. So you see the outline and that little piece there. And it does have that nice fishtail design. Holly Jolly Christmas. Isn't that fun? For this layer, I am also using, so you can see I'm shopping my Creative Time stash. I'm using the rectangle frame die layers. So the die layers will have the stitch detail, what I have here. Largest die is 4 by 5¼ inch. And then out here, I have the A2 in green. And then I went a little bit larger. I just wanted some more contrast. So I came in with some white cardstock. What do you guys think of this one? I think this is great fun. I really should have used that outline though. I got to make this again. Alrighty, next. And lastly, this card features the pocket and corner bookmark. This little cutie patootie right here, fully assembled. It measures 2 3/4 inch. So what you do, you take this piece, die cut it, you fold along the flap, and it also has an embossed line there. This is the matting detail. So that means that I used it like so. And you see the little stitch detail on it too. Super duper fun. And then I came back again with that frame die that I just showed you. These two. Smaller size here. And then I put in a little detail because it does create a pocket, like an interactive pocket. And you see that I used the sentiment stamp and die here, the Cozy Holiday Hugs. Without the little detail, I just went with the fishtail banner, special delivery, a little holiday cheer. For this little element with the postage detail, I'm using the 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 card die add-on. I'm using this piece right in here. This works with this, the 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 card creator die. So this is the starting set and then this is the add-on. But for this, I use the add-on. Just having fun with all these layers, mixing, matching, and playing. So this is a fun corner. If you make a lot of mini albums, you could definitely use this or an interactive detail, even on your scrapbooking. For scrapbooking, you could have this here and then put the photograph in here and then the person can move it out, or maybe have it as a journaling element. You can write something in here and then tuck it in. So even on an A2 card, it works. And then it can also work larger, 12 by 12. Just put it in a corner. So this one is called the Pocket and Corner Bookmark. Love. If I was still making mini albums, that is a winner. And then I topped it off with a little ephemera with the cute bear. Alrighty, crafters, that is it. What do you think of Christmas in July at My Creative Time? I love the peppermint. I love the treat box that can be all year round, even for bridals, wedding season. This is a great treat box for that. And just parties and everything. And then this pinwheel, super fun. You can put a brad in the center, or you could put something more smooth in the center, like a pin, and then it can turn. It does have little holes punched in it where it can turn too. I think with a brad, it's going to be like a stiff turn, but you could put a brad, but I just glued this up together and it still works. The poinsettia is super duper fun. Just mass produce that one. And then these bears, all these ephemera bits, 6. Each of each image. Wow, thumbs up. Pattern paper is super fun too. Love this little corner. Alrighty, crafters. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to use the code Suzanne to get 15% off site-wide, one day only. After the sale, then it will be 10% off site-wide using the code Suzanne as well. And also participate in the YouTube hop. Follow the instructions below. And go to Instagram and follow the Instagram hop. Each winner will receive a $50 store credit. Thumbs up. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye!